December 11, 2017. We'll rise for the invocation and the Pledge of Allegiance from the United States and Texas flag.
Our Heavenly Father, we're indeed thankful for another day that you've given us, and we're thankful for this group of citizens that have come together to form this council tonight to make decisions for the city of Reno. We pray for your divine wisdom to prevail. We thank you for all that's been accomplished in the year 2017, and we look forward to even greater things in 2018 with your blessing. So help us, dear Lord. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Roll call.
Brandon Thomas.
Here.
Trisha Wood.
Here.
Amanda Willows.
Here.
Joey McCarthy.
Here.
Stacy Nichols.
Here.
Let the record show all present. Also present Mayor Bart Jatan, City Attorney David Hamilton, and Interim City Secretary Tricia Smith taping the minutes.
Nobody signed in, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, we'll move to item 7, consent items. Discuss, take action on A, monthly bills and purchase orders for November 2017. B, minutes for November 2017 City Council meeting. C, financial update for November 2017. And D, monthly activity reports for November 2017 from 1, the Police Department, 2, Public Works Department, and 3, Reno Volunteer Fire Department.
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion we accept consent items A through D, 1 through 3.
I'll second.
I have a motion by Councilmember Nichols, seconded by Councilmember Thomas to accept items A through D and 1 through 3. All in favor?
Aye.
Item 8A, correct scrivener's error, meets and bounds property description, Exhibit A, Track 2.
Look over there on track 2 about where it says the first fence, about 143 feet point, or 143.78 feet. That one, and then the one down there, 2 paragraphs below, was left out. So originally Exhibit A said 43.78 feet and 43.03 feet in 2 places. And so that one's just a typo left out, and it needs to be corrected so it can be filed with the clerk's office.
That's the only change?
That's it, yes, sir.
Okay. I'll make a motion we correct scrivener's error to meet the bounds property description, Exhibit A, Track 2, annexation ordinance number 10.03, adopted November 13, 2017.
I'll second.
I have a motion by Councilmember Nichols, seconded by Councilmember Willows to approve item 8A, correct scrivener's error. All in favor?
Aye.
Item 8B, ratify City of Reno, Texas Certificate of Obligation, Series 2017.
You guys remember back when the certificate of obligation came before the council, there were some blank places in it, and it was approved. Those blank places have been completed. Every place, the city secretary placed a little paste-on error that was probably copied onto yours, and those were places where there were blank dates or blank, I think the name of the bank changed. The original lending institution wasn't the one that got the bid, and so it's this bank. And those are, again, just the things that we need to ratify this ordinance now, and that it's been changed so that there's not any error from one set to the next set of minutes and exhibits.
Mayor, I move to go ahead and ratify the City of Reno, Texas Certificate of Obligation, Series 2017.
I'll second.
We have a motion by Councilmember Thomas, seconded by Councilmember Willows to approve the budget amendment. Ratify the City of Reno, Texas Certificate of Obligation, Series 2017. All in favor?
Aye.
Item 8C, budget amendment for water meter project.
This is gonna be for the final payment on our water meter. Which we discussed last time, we had to go back and make a couple payments after the fact, because the end of that fiscal year ran over, and money went back into, what?
The fund balance.
In the fund balance, we just had to go back there and get the money out. This will be the last payment. And it ends up working,
All the towers, railway towers.
we can read it. I can actually read it from my phone right now. All that stuff has been working.
27,000? Is that right? On top of 55,000.
This is the,
This 27,000 is for the water meter project.
this is for the retainage, correct?
No, this was that last invoice that
Okay, the
was
last
brought to
invoice.
council the last meeting.
Okay. Yeah, this is from the actual budget we had for, or the loan we had for the meters. 55,000, that's our loan payment.
Well, this money's coming from last year's budget, we're just putting it on this
Yeah,
year's.
yeah, we had, since it rolled over, it had to go to a different place, so basically, anything we paid out towards that loan that we got, we had to go back and get it. That's what we're doing the budget for.
Okay.
It's not changing the amount that we would or wouldn't have in the bank. The money was already in there that long.
I'll make a motion that we amend the budget for the water meter project, line item 01.10, 7622, in the amount of $27,000.
I'll second.
I have a motion by Councilmember Nichols, seconded by Mayor Pro Tem McCarthy to approve the budget amendment for the water project in the amount of $27,000. All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you.
Item 8D, budget amendment for certificate of obligation, Series 2017, for expansion of City Hall.
Back when we had the budget workshops, council, we didn't figure in the payments for the building, and now that we got the loan from government capital, this is the money and this is the accounts that Judy plugged them into so that we can amend our budget. That's just what this is, just to add it to our budget.
I'll make a motion that we amend the budget for certificate of obligation for the Series 2017 for the expansion of City Hall. Do I need to read all the line items?
No. Just the total.
Okay. The 600,000 or the 572? Yeah, in the amount of $600,000.
I'll second.
Have a motion by Councilmember Nichols, seconded by Councilmember Willows, to approve the budget amendment for a certificate of obligation in the amount of $600,000. All in favor?
Aye.
Item 8E, sanitation solutions contract going out for bids.
And I put the letter in here, council, that we received from Sanitation Solutions. They're asking us to do an increase. We're currently paying $8.14 per polycart, and they're wanting to increase to $8.39. If you'll look back here, we have our current contract with Sanitation Solutions. It expires in May. So basically, I'm bringing this to you with their proposal to increase their rate to them. I also,
In May or now?
we would either
Increase.
now or in May. It's your choice. But, yes, it's your choice. But, Sanitation Solutions, Woody Brantley is a representative that works for Sanitation Solutions, and he emailed me a memo from TML that basically states that we don't have to go out for competitive bidding because Sanitation Solution Services falls underneath the Health and Safety Code. And that we don't have to, we're not required to go out for bids for this. But that's why I'm bringing it to you guys tonight to tell me if you would like to approve the rate and go into a new contract, or if you'd like to go out for bidding.
If we approve that, that would go into a new contract, right?
I would believe so.
Effective.
I mean, it never said there, in there anywhere about that, if we
The date.
did. That-
Or, yeah, I said if it would.
That's why I was kind of looking.
When would it be effective? You guys vote on it tonight.
That's what I asked, was now or May, she said, so. I guess.
So it wouldn't go into effect until after this contract's out, right? Our current contract.
It's up to you to approve it whenever you'd like during budget season. We did go ahead and put in that little wiggle room if you guys did choose to increase that rate.
Now, there was 5% added in on it, so.
It's a quarter per cart, per household, per meter, I guess.
Yeah.
Per cart, I guess you'd say.
Makes it almost $4,000 per year.
Remember the last time they brought this, how much it was? Wasn't it just outrageous?
I don't think it was outrageous. I think it was close to this. And they had a chart in here too for what other cities pay.
Yeah.
And we have a pretty low rate right now.
I saw that.
I went back on
And everything, and the landfill rates, that they've all gone up for them and for everyone else. We have a pretty good rate, so either way.
At the 839.
Yes, sir.
But we don't know if by accepting the 3.10%, if that will change our contract.
Well, if you say, if your instruction to staff is, look, we don't want to go out for bids, if you can get us a contract at this proposed rate that's effective when this other one ends, we'll do it. But if not, and we could report back to you in January, yeah, you know that 25% extra, they said they'll contract with us for that, and they'll start here. If they say no, then you can bid it and see what happens.
Yeah.
That'd be my recommendation, what he said.
Okay.
Was that a motion?
I can state it and somebody can adopt it. If you instruct staff to negotiate with Sanitation Solutions on their proposed rate increase, and if that rate increase is consistent with their proposal, becoming effective when this contract expires, we can nail that down in January. If not, the council will still have the option to bid it out.
And they haven't had a rate increase in 10 years.
Yeah, well.
And what's the contract, 2 years?
It's fine.
5?
Did you get that, Trish?
Yep.
Okay, I'll adopt it. Well,
Is that your
I'll
motion?
make a motion for that.
Okay. I'll second.
2013. That's when this contract was signed.
Those kind of longer contracts with no rate increases for cities are becoming more and more rare. Yeah.
So Mayor Pro Tem made that motion. Make a man of
What is the motion?
Everything you told, instruct staff to negotiate a rate increase and bring back a new contract for council to look at in January.
I'll second.
We already got a
Take a
second.
minute.
Oh.
Trying to word
I didn't
this.
hear.
He was just going to repeat the motion.
Have a motion by Mayor Pro Tem McCarthy, seconded by Ms. Willows to, what we're gonna do? Instruct staff to negotiate the rate increase and adopt it in January. All in favor? was paying attention.
Complicated.
Item 8F, long-term burn ban.
On your table there, I put this back here, right off from the Texas Forest Service. It gives the 30 to 60 day outlook for weather. If you head down, it's gonna be dry, real dry, super dry. And because all the rain we got in spring and summer, there's dry vegetation all over the place. And they've got some pictures, Amarillo, Decatur, out west. We're expected to be, in the 90th percentile of, that screenshot here. Energy release component, which means the amount of fire energy that's on the ground, the dry vegetation, the heat, dry vegetation, no rain, the warm weather we're having, no low humidity, the wind is supposed to be windy on and off all week. I think that what we're having this week is supposed to continue pretty much all winter. County's supposed to be talking about a burn ban tomorrow at their commissioner court meeting. Talked to the emergency management coordinator for them. He's gonna recommend a 60-day burn ban, but he thinks they'll get probably a 30-day burn ban. Talked to Chad today. Me and him are both kind of back and forth on it, because we haven't had any problems in Reno at all. They've had problems all out northwest part of the county, Roxton area, west side of the county. They've had a lot of problems. They had a big fire day on the EG West agriculture burn, which, if you're not familiar with the fire code and the law how to do the burn bans, agriculture burns, you can still burn agriculture burns during a burn ban, so it wouldn't prevent anything. What it's gonna prevent is people from lighting brush on their land, on their property, doing cleanup work around their houses, burning leaves, stuff like that, and have little grass fires that got hand. That's where a lot of the problems are happening. Again, we haven't had any problems in Reno at all. Reno's had to go back up a couple of fire calls, I think, 2 or 3 in the last couple of weeks. That go back up that one day, 82 West, but it wasn't as bad as it was thought it could have been. About 10 acre burn, potential 70. My recommendation to y'all, with the 30 to 60 day outlook being what it is, would be to do what the county does tomorrow. They're supposed to decide tomorrow, and that would be continuity for us. Really a lot of confusion for the citizens. Well, I live in the county, you know, people live right on the edge. Be confused about where they live, can they burn, can't they? It would kind of alleviate some of that. We wouldn't have to do it if folks would just use common sense. They won't. If they're gonna burn, they're gonna burn. And you can't blame them. I mean, if we have to burn around here, keep our place cleaned up. Although I've turned to mowing my leaves, works pretty good, a lot less work. But that would be my recommendation to whatever y'all decide to vote on, make it contingent on whatever we can do. Just for continuity.
Thank
Is that clear enough?
you. It's Bud.
Summary, newsflash sports fans, it's gonna be dry, it's not like all winter. If it's cold at all, we'll be lucky.
So
It
what-
needs to get cold, but we're not waiting.
You lifted that other burn ban we had, didn't you?
Yeah, it was just an emergency
Yeah.
7-day ban, yeah.
So they're gonna vote on it tomorrow.
They're supposed to decide tomorrow morning sometime, whenever the commissioner court meeting is.
I'd have to have, burn my leaves in the ditch in the morning.
That's what I'm doing tonight. That's why I'm sitting there giving him a
You
stink
can't
eye
burn
going.
that anyway, it's state law.
That's why I was gonna ask, do we have an ordinance? Isn't that an ordinance?
It's
Or-
not the order, that's state law.
Yeah, but do we have, I mean, did we, of course, we adopted in there, the fire code, right? Do we have anything we can educate the public on, like posting on our website about
I
burning
put
and
stuff
all
on
that stuff?
Facebook, I put stuff on Facebook, when the burn ban went on, when it expired, hey, go ahead and burn, but please use common sense.
What about the ones that don't use Facebook? They turn to the website. Is it on there?
Trying to think of a lot of people that don't use Facebook.
It was on there last time.
Is this the proposed time right
On
here?
the website?
No, this is just,
I put it on.
this is the forecast from the national, from the, Texas Forestry Service. This is just what their outlook is.
What did you say?
How long is the,
I'm sorry.
go ahead. No.
I'm having trouble with the city council deferring what it does until the county commission does that.
Because we can only issue an emergency, which is
Well,
7
that's
days.
right.
Means the end.
And my thought is to make it longer as opposed to shorter, and then for us to publicize that if conditions change, we'll cooperate with the county in whatever we do. But if you make it shorter and there's just longer, then you gotta come back and do it again.
Well,
next
that's,
month.
well, that's what I'm saying, if we decide to do what they do.
Well, but we can't do that.
What if we just,
No.
We can't vote to do what the county does.
what if we just allowed to have, give the chief authority to issue a burn ban?
That's him. He already got that.
You can't,
He can.
you can't because we're a type A government.
So we have to vote on it?
You have to vote on it and set a specific time. You can add a proviso on there, though, that if conditions change, this could be, it could be shortened. We're gonna be back here in a month anyway. So
Well-
if you vote, or it can be extended. If you vote for 30 days, you're gonna be back here just a little bit anyway.
And if we do nothing, he could do an emergency one, but we gotta come back to extend it,
Have to
right?
come back in a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Usually, the Commissioners Court meets, would have met this morning.
Yeah.
For some reason, they pushed it. to
I
tomorrow.
thought they met on Monday.
Yeah, they always do, Monday morning. But for some reason, they pushed it today, which kind of screwed this whole thing up.
So if you wanted to burn ban and not have an extra meeting, you can say 30 days, or however long it is until the next one, and then we can put it back on the agenda.
Can we do like, it's your 30-day effective Monday?
Nobody's gonna know about it until tomorrow. So,
Well, we got a ditch full of leaves we need to. I'm sorry, that's why I'm sitting there giving them a stay out.
With 31 days, in this next coming month, we could do it on Wednesday, and that would be 30 days until our next meeting.
If you, here's, me and the fire chief, I'll be honest with you, back and forth on the burn ban issue. Here's my problem with the burn ban. If you do a 30 or 60 day burn ban, the day it expires, and everybody knows this.
Everyone burn.
Everybody's gonna burn on that day. I mean, it'll turn into a smoke shack out here. And that makes it real dangerous, because in 30 days, it's gonna be worse than what it is today. And in 60 days, it may even be way worse. So, and like that's also said, religious ceremonial fires, you can't stop those. Agriculture burns, you can't stop those. The only thing a burn ban's gonna do is keep YouTube burning lady. And everybody else.
Yeah, I know.
So that's our problem with the whole burn ban scenario. Yeah, they're good, they promote fire safety and all that kind of stuff, but when that thing's over, some folks are gonna have to burn. And everybody but burns on that day, it's over with.
No matter what the conditions are, they'll be burning.
They'll be
Whether it's
burning.
windy, they'll be
And
burning.
they'll be burning all at the same time.
We've received a lot of calls today and this, and last week, wanting to know we're under a burn ban.
Can we let's say,
You don't have to do a burn ban, is what I'm saying.
I know, issue a burn ban and then until we get like a 1/4 inch rain? Until that time? Can you do that?
Why couldn't you just keep, how many consecutive emergency burn bans? Can't you just keep doing that?
Two or what? 2 a month?
You do two consecutive,
Oh.
the way I understand it.
there should be a meeting someplace in there. If you just keep doing consecutive emergencies, then somebody's gonna say, hey, hey, hey,
Hey, wait a minute, all right.
You have to have some sort of regular council meeting in here sometime
So
to determine this.
Yeah, that's what it's out to. It's literally a pleasure. I would highly recommend trying to keep it kind of the same as what the county's doing, trying to do.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if y'all don't wanna do it, I don't have hard work either way.
Well, the last 2 days we could burn because the conditions, it was windy. So, because I saw, well, as a Friday, I saw this coming.
So just wait.
going on in 2 weeks.
Hmm?
Christmas. I know we don't want to over here that week.
No. Y'all may be busy, sir, Pastor.
We can't let any problems here. I think if we educate folks, we can probably mitigate quite a few problems. Folks in Reno are pretty aware of it anyway. We got a few isolated. We just want to do that. Door to door, we're gonna have that. And if you want to keep the folks that are having all the trouble, Roxton, Iowa, that area, northwest of that.
But it is dry.
It's all dry.
Yeah, and and if the weather does get colder, there's gonna be more people burning firewood and things like that.
That's why I said this week, we got real cold last week, cured all that grass. What grass wasn't cured last week.
Yeah.
And now this week, it's mid-70s and windy, and no humidity. I mean, next to zero humidity.
What's the definition of a ceremonial burn?
What they did last week,
Choctaw.
what they did last week at the,
Like bonfire?
Right?
What they did at Bible camp with a live nativity scene in the fires.
Yeah. So just something like that?
And also, 2 other stipulations that people don't think about. Cooking fires can never be banned. And, if you have to have a campfire, keep warm. You can't burn those. If you're stranded in the middle of nowhere, you have to keep fire, keep warm, not die overnight. Keep your life burn.
We can figure out one here.
They gotta pay the ticket and stay on.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's why they say something like that.
I guess I'm kinda cautious, but I kinda like the idea of the 30-day ban, and if conditions change, then we can lift it. Kinda like going along with whatever the county does, you know, if they're maybe shorter or longer, but at least that gets us to the next meeting for a little public safety.
I agree.
So I guess I'll make a recommendation that we impose a 30-day burn ban unless conditions change, and if the conditions change, then we can warrant lifting the ban.
How about starting next Monday?
Would you be willing to
I'll
effective
second.
Monday?
Can you do that, Mr. Attorney?
Sure. You just can't leave it up to somebody else to legislate what you're supposed to do. You can make it effective then in anticipation that there's not gonna be any moisture. Sure.
Probably not gonna be much.
That's it. So what's the motion?
Impose a 30-day burn ban starting now. Unless conditions change and they warrant lifting the burn ban.
I'll second.
We have a motion by Councilmember Nichols, seconded by Councilmember Willows to impose a 30-day burn ban beginning now. All in favor?
Unless conditions change, and then
Unless conditions change, then we can.
So what does that mean?
Yeah, but if it rained tonight, are we off?
You don't have to agree to this.
City Hall.
Right. Facebook Live.
We'll take a vote. What say you?
All right, fine.
Well, you don't have to agree.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that's a majority. Item 8G, Mayor Jeton appointment to EDC to replace vacant position. I learned about this late, so I'm gonna postpone this until our January meeting, and I'll have an appointment then. So we'll move to item 8H, update on City Hall construction process.
We can see it.
Open the door.
Well, we had the foundations poured, started putting metal up on the buildings today. I don't know if anybody else got to see them or if it got dark now, we got up to, but.
Looks good.
Probably about tomorrow, it'll really look like we got at least one building going for sure. It's going up pretty quick. Other than that, just really have any update, that's what's out there. So.
Looks good.
The beam's taller than me.
I noticed that.
That's one good thing about not getting any rain. What you think?
Yeah.
Move it along.
Rock and roll now.
They had ran into any problems?
So far, it's going good, so they just got, like I said, it just started back today to put the metal up, so, figure by the end of the week, we'll have a full shell on one building anyways. They may go ahead and start putting things up on the other building as well.
Now the legend of all the buried Reno records is forever covered with concrete.
Everything's covered. But, everything's going smooth so far. Got everything put in we wanted, so haven't had any issues.
Yeah, completion date yet. That's what we want to hear. That's all.
I can't give you that. Sooner than later. As weather goes out, it'll be a lot sooner than we expected, so.
Let me ask you this. On, because I remember this on, when we first started doing burn bans years ago, about welding during a burn ban. They got to have the tarps and all that stuff.
There was, I remember that too, that there was something in that ordinance that said if it's
I'm not gonna name the business, but they were shut out. Yeah, I mean,
Most of the bolt together, but.
y'all may wanna seriously look at that. Because one builder was, one contractor was shut out because he was welding during burn ban. Because I don't think he had the hoods and all that stuff that's required by the fire code. Yeah, the shielding around.
Could the mayor give them a variance?
What? You may wanna let them know, I mean, as soon as tomorrow, that if they plan on doing any welding, they're gonna have to follow that fire code.
There should be any, really any welding going on right now. Also, not far, but we'll definitely.
They'll have to do some welding in the next 30 days,
That's what I'm thinking.
I'm sure something will have to be, but I don't know what.
but it's gonna be on the concrete.
So is this. Let the city raise, they went out and shut them down. Huh? 2000?
It's 2000.
Yeah, it's in the last 10 years. Whenever we
I leave
started,
that with you.
go back and look whenever we started doing burn bans, it was right along that time.
it was a pretty new concept.
That's where it was.
If need be, we can come back and give a variance.
Yeah.
Can't do a variance on it?
Sure there's something for precautions we can
That shouldn't fall under a burn ban.
It did.
No, it shouldn't, because, I mean, there's no way people could work. They gotta.
I think they can, but they gotta have the shielding, the tarps and all that.
That's right.
Right?
That's what the ordinance says.
Yeah. You may wanna look. Stop work, whatever.
So is this a city board?
We need to revisit. We have to go back and revisit the burn ban. Like, back up and
Hey, I can meet tomorrow.
Talk about right
Y'all meet
now.
tomorrow?
Return to item 8F. I want an official recount. Item 8I, going out for bids to repair, construct new restrooms at Reno's Kiwanis Park.
Council, I just put this on here just to talk to you guys about it. I know that some of you have met with some vendors when we went to the TML conference this last year. We are looking into getting some bids to bring back to you at a future meeting. And back in one of our budget workshops, we budgeted, I think it was $40,000 for a trail grant match that we're not gonna do. So I can bring back a budget amendment to change that, to go towards either rebuilding or redoing, remodeling the bathrooms at the park.
Right now, I have some bids for the restrooms we all looked at, as far as new construction, bringing them out, setting, putting it down. But also what I want to bring back to you is some bids to remodel what we have out there. So we kind of look at money that we're spending that. I don't know if it'll come back cheaper. I have a feeling it'd be cheaper to remodel, which basically we're stripping those down to nothing and doing it back, but as long as we did frame there, we remodel.
You've learned that.
Learning fast.
I've heard that before.
That's the bids I'll get back to you. I haven't gotten anybody yet, so it's kind of hard right now to get somebody, especially for a small project. I got some phone calls out. We'll get those bids together and compare them with the prefab buildings we're looking at, I'll have an idea which direction we're going, so.
Good deal.
Thank you.
Item 8J, proposed share exchange services with Lamar County involving computer-assisted law enforcement dispatching and antenna location on city water tower.
We may have talked about this before. It's become another item for us to work with the county to try to get access to the CAD, the computer assisted dispatching. And Judge Superville and I talked about it on the phone, and he's here, want to give you kind of the county side of this deal and his opinion or input on it. So here he is, Judge Superville.
Commissioner, thank y'all for letting me come and say a few words. I wish commissioners could ran more like y'all city council.
Get us all elected, we can do it.
So I'll take the notes, how to put it back on how to run. I have been on today, and I've been talking to Matt quite a bit on the phone. Pardon me, I got a frog in my throat this evening. And poor Matt has been putting up with me since the summer, I think, on the computer-aided dispatch. And what started this whole thing was that the commissioners, Cord, myself, Quincy Blunt, the emergency management coordinator, basically discovered a need for what's called I call it backup channel. And for them, what it is, it's for the Washington Sheriff's Office to have a go-to channel in the event that there's some kind of special event, like a manhunt or a fire or something that's going on. So it's a different channel, and it needs an antenna and it needs a repeater. It's a 110-watt repeater. I don't know the size of the antenna. We're having some technical difficulties on our side trying to figure out the size of the antenna and whatnot. And part of the problem was we needed a tower, and we went to 2 or 3 other different locations that, for different reasons, couldn't work out. And then we discovered Quincy did, y'all's water tower. And so the conversation that we started to have was, most of Matt started it, and Dave and I started talking some time ago, that, okay, you can put your antenna on our water tower, but we need 3 spots on your computer dispatch. For us, for Lamar County, if we picked up that cost for the city of Reno, there's a $1,000 installation fee, and there's $2,664 a year after that, for 3 computer-aided software licenses for 3 units of computer-aided dispatch. So we would pick up and give you access to computer-aided dispatch. Then you would have to purchase your own laptops and your own bracketing, there may be some Wi-Fi connections in patrol cars that you have to have. You guys would have to figure that out, but we would spend about $2,600, almost $2,700 a year. And I think this has gone up since the last contract that was signed. We just signed a new contract, it went up $1,500 a year for the whole, from 3,600 to now 3,750 or something. So it's gonna be close to the $2,700 a year, plus the $1,000 installation fee. So we're still working on that technical side of things. And I talked to Matt, I think that if Dave and I can work out more of the agreement, sometime in the early in the year, we can probably get you up on the CAD before we get our end together, our act together on the antenna and so forth, on our side. So, for example, Dave and I were trying to really hammer out, and Matt was a quick quote, this or that. This is gonna be a great project, let me just say that first, which is, it really expands the sheriff's capability to communicate more broadly. And at the same time, it brings Reno into computer dispatch and allows better law enforcement in Reno, which also helps serve the county. The county is serving in this area, your area is serving the county. It's a real synergistic kind of project. And so if we can get you on our CAD and we can get up on your tower, which we'll pay for that. Now, there was a change where I think y'all wanted to do the installation and we pay for it, but I think that may have changed on the tower crew. So we're still working on some of that on our side of things. But basically, Reno would allow Warren County to put an antenna on the tower. I think there's a shack at the base and we can put some equipment in. We would have access to your generator, the backup generator. Y'all will pay the cost of air conditioning on that building, whatever those costs were. You just let us on your tower with our equipment. And we pay to install our equipment, we pay for our equipment. We will pay to have you access to CAD, and you pay for the equipment that goes to your patrol cars and whatnot to make all that work. That's kind of the gist of that. I think it enhances your capability to serve. It enhances the Mark County's capability to serve, and I think that's kind of why it always is. That's why we exist over Mark County. I think it's just a good deal all around. Ronnie knows more about, especially anything, and Matt, you know, that's something I've covered about, right? I think the ball is in Dave and my part before right now, kind of figure something out, get something back. You guys, the Commissioners Court has talked about this, and we agree in principle with this. We're going to try to make this happen as soon as we can figure out some of the technical details.
So, Mr. Parsons.
Want to jump in?
I got a couple questions. You mentioned 3 spots. Is that like for 3 of your cars? Or what's 3 tablets?
But those are in the cars, right?
Right.
And so,
I'll just jump out. To expand emergency services, in our building with the county, getting on the CAD. Something that I've thought about after Chief Burke brought it to us was our fire department. So instead of just having just our police side on it, could we also talk about adding our fire department?
Well, that's something
While
that
we're
is costless.
doing this.
Each individual vehicle has a license, so there would be a cost incurred, we just have to go back and revisit that. That's right.
But that's what I'm kind of throwing in now, if we can revisit that as a package deal.
Sure, we probably can.
Ken, like, right now, we're on call 2,700 a year, close to 1,000 on the first side. And I'd asked Matt, I said, you got any way to move on this? And he said, no, we don't. And so I think we added more, we're gonna have to start talking about some kind of cost sharing deal. Because this cost to us is getting pretty close to, we think for us to get on some other towers is in the $7,000 to $10,000 range. So we think we just pick you guys up, after 3 or 4 years, we're past our break-even point. But my personal feeling is that this is such a good deal for Reno and for our county and all of our citizens, that I'm certainly willing to, I don't want to go this far, but I think Jody, if it's more like, well, Chuck, we want to add 6 or whatever, I think at that point.
Well, yeah, I
we have to
understand.
talk about that
But
a little bit.
we're talking about emergency services, because we've got more than just the police department.
Sure.
So-
I am not opposed to it, let me say that. It's just a matter about working out the details and money, that type of thing. And don't forget the cabin goes up.
Oh, yeah.
So we don't want, we just signed a 61 contract, so these numbers are pretty firm, I think, for us going forward. And I'm certainly willing to carry this to the commissioners forward. They've already been seeing these numbers in this presentation, they're okay with the principle. I just think it'd be a good deal, but I enjoy talking about doing what we're going to do.
I mean, the fire department's probably a couple of years out in getting all their equipment. Chief Birch is already, his foundation's already there, he just needs to continue.
It's all coming to this digital kind of situation.
But by that point, there may be some talk of Quincy, y'all looking to move more than one,
I'm gonna kind of talk a little bit about it. I won't
Go ahead,
this
please.
to it, but just kind of give you guys an idea of what Quincy Emergency Management and the county is doing. We're trying to expand our channel spectrum in that, an example today, if you've been monitoring Channel B, it was wild, okay? We're actually using funding that we received from grants to expand our channels, and add channels to our banks. And the Sheriff Channel 2 will be on your tower, and I'm sure y'all will have the ability to be on that channel as well. So it opens up, in the Mark County, I don't know if y'all are familiar with it, but we're kind of operational off of one tower, with the exception of the CAD. Now, the CAD is something that's totally separate from regular frequencies, but our frequencies across the county, other than the city of Reno, we're kind of on one tower at the city county together. What we're looking to do is move different locations with different channels, where if we have one system that fails, we can move to another. And we've never had that ability up until about 3 years ago. We've got new repeaters out of the west side of the county. You are kind of going to be one of ours that'll be covering the east side of the county. So we're kind of, running that 82 parallel to spread them out with north and south of coverage. And this is a win-win for all of us, of course. And we definitely retain the mayor to look at the fire service in the future. Of course, that's on my basis, and I'm with you. So as long as we have the numbers in the budget in the future, then I will, that door's open. We can leave that door open for you. But with Channel 2, that's just one frequency here. We're going to add a fire primary, the county uses, in Graham, that's going on the main tower, on the Moby system. So our page out frequency will be independent. Our fire primary will be an independent channel. So today, you can still page out and not interrupt while you're doing your communication. And then, of course, our commissioner channels coming off of those, we're going on to secondary primary, or secondary review, so that we can free that voter up across the county. So it's a win-win. We're investing in our county just like you guys invest in your city. And I think this right here, Chief Birch, and I appreciate him looking at the advancement of the PD here. That's something that you need to be thankful for, because they're looking for the future. And that's what we as commissioners and county judges are trying to do, look for the future. So our doors are open there. We have to obviously get in discussions as funding, what funding we have available, but I don't think our doors will be shut to you guys and move forward in the future. But if things go like we plan, you're looking at several different advancements coming forward to take us into the future. So that's, police side, fire side, and EMS side. We're all trying to work as a group. The bigger the team, the better group, the larger group we need to take care of. So we just want to be part of your team, and y'all be part of our team. We come to the table together when bad situations happen. Our faces should be familiar, not strangers. That's free time.
Thank you.
Can I jump in there exactly? Okay, I wanted to say Super Bowl repeats himself all the time. The way I'm looking at it is to give the city of Reno access to the CAD, and we pick up the cost for access to the CAD. I don't know if there's a modified connection. I know there's going to be you got all that, okay, and the bracketing and whatnot. This is just about the access through the licensing, and we were real, so I'm not going to quibble with this kind of money, because like Ronnie said, it makes us all better off. But my experience with this kind of software has always been, oh, well, Super Bowl, now you need this, and now it's not, $2,700 a year, whatever, it's all more. So, but that's the angle that I've been looking at it from, getting access to the CAD, and, something else I was going to say, I can't remember what it was. But, that was my main thing, if there's modified. Right. your IT guy or our IT, I mean, if our IT guy can put it in with no problem, then it's not a problem. If it's a big problem, then they have to do something that y'all have to do.
Your, our IT third party is TSM Consulting, so also does
Okay.
work for the county.
Okay.
So they all mesh together, they know what you have, and they will automate our stuff.
If it's not a problem,
It shouldn't be a problem.
we'll pick it up, and, because we do have a server, and if our guy can do it for not much, then
Yeah,
I'll
we
probably
should
do
be
it.
able, we should be able to get on that.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is, I'm not saying from the county side it's necessarily turnkey. There may be some other aspects that I do not think about as we speak, right now. And like I said, I think that if Dave and I can work this out pretty quick, we can get you guys on the CAD like we've been talking about before we're ready to do on the antenna. Now, this antenna that we're talking about is not grant money. This is an investment from our county's made. It's coming out of CO money. We're going to spend about $15,000 on this equipment to get up on your tower. So when I'm looking at it, it should be no cost to the city of Reno, no out of pocket money. And the money you're already spending at that site for the shack and air conditioning generator is already there. So we're piggybacking on what your investment that you've already made, and then Mark County's going to step up with this other money, is the way I see it. And I think that is good for all concerned. So I just want to let you know that we are really reaching out to you. We appreciate your help, letting us do this. That's the thoughts for us. So I'm just saying, access to the CAD is what I'm coming at for right now. So I don't know what else.
Right, that's all we need right now.
Yes, that's
Now, is this for, do you say 3 years?
For units.
No,
For
for
units.
units.
For
Oh,
units.
okay.
Because it's so.
Free devices, basically.
And Dave and I have to talk about this, but my feeling is as long as we're on your tower, then this deal would last. If we ever get off your tower or something else changes, then we may have to come back and revisit things.
And we keep the equipment, right?
No. That's part of the deal.
Yeah, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, no, that's exactly not true. But one thing that has changed, and Matt had talked about this, and he said, look, we're gonna put the equipment up for you, and you're gonna pay the invoice. That may have changed. Because, it's your tower, and you guys may have a problem with us just climbing around on your tower without you knowing about it. And so that's something you and me and Dave, city council, have to figure out how you guys want that done on your
I think
tower.
Quincy's talking with Airways, which is the original vendor, he had worked out to do that, and I think it might got the technical issues worked out,
Yeah.
where they should be able to still bear.
It's one of his normal tower crews that kind of.
Right.
They're licensed bonded, and then that's kind of.
So, Dave, that access to the tower, man, is gonna have to probably be.
Yeah, while y'all are up there, can y'all go ahead and paint it?
Probably
Yeah, that's what
not.
I was thinking. Hey, we're fixing to paint that. So, to make y'all antenna look good, we're gonna paint it.
Better not put the hood in when it's power off.
Well, I'm standing here, I mean, does y'all's insurance pay for this, or is ours, or how does that work?
What, insurance for what?
Well, if flagging gets it or something like that.
I don't know, but we need to take that up.
Depending on whose device it is.
I'm just saying, we watched, I don't know if y'all, we watched a lot of footage of lighting.
For the last 6 months, we've lost 4 sites.
I'm amazed, I mean, didn't Benjamin Franklin learn how to ground?
Unfortunately.
So, I appreciate y'all. letting us
Hey,
know.
thank y'all for coming out too.
And I think these are the kind of deals like Lonnie said, where, and where we can start to, reach out to each other and not quibble over nickels and dimes, and then we do this for the next 3 or 4 years, and we'll see, we have this fantastic service for everybody in our communities and moving on. So I just, Matt's been great to work with, Dave's been great to work with. Thank you, Tom, thank you for everything you do. Appreciate working with y'all, thank y'all for having us. And happy New Year, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Dave and I will sign.
We will.
Thank y'all, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Article number 9. Or agenda item number 9.
That's 8J.
Do we need to do anything with AJ? We need
No, no, if you
instructions.
don't want to do it, you need to tell us you don't want to do it.
I don't know, I won't do it, we can ask them.
Yeah, we're good.
What? Yeah, go ahead, I'll talk to you.
Okay. We're ready to, adjourn.
This meeting is adjourned, 7 PM.